Hey, we're Melville, and you're watching the PDX Pick.
Hi everyone, this is Charlie with the PDX Pick, and I'm here with Melville. So guys, let's get to it. You guys have been a band a little under a year, and is this your guys' first album, or what is this in the lineup for your guys' discography?
Yeah, this is our first album together. The name of the album is Maquette, which for me, I just kind of came across the word, and it actually is kind of like an architecture term, but like it means basically like a smaller model of something, which I figured was very fitting for an EP. A smaller model is always like especially in architecture, is like a sign of things to come in the future. It'll be like to scale and bigger, and so that's kind of like the thinking behind it. And then also it has French roots in it, and I lived in France for a couple years, and that's what I got my degree in. And so for me, like, it had a
bit of a francophile.
I am. I'm a geek. Basically.
Awesome. So with this record, were the songs sort of preconceived by you beforehand, or did you collaborate as a unit once the band was assembled, or how did this album come to pass?
A lot of them were, well, I mean, they all were songs that I wrote, and basically they helped arrange them and put their instruments to them. The introduction to Forked Tongue, which was a song on the record, was our single, was actually everyone kind of like coming together and kind of making that happen, and just became like okay, we're gonna do this live, and it's like, oh, we really like this, let's do it before on the record. And so yeah, there's just been a constant kind of evolving of our sound, and like how it went from originally me bringing in my material and having everybody kind of like flesh it out to everybody now kind of contributing on different levels.
Really, overall, this is a good example of a Melville album. Yeah.
That EP, those songs, that's who we are. Yeah. That is the sound. It's not that we have several different genres. Mm-hmm. It's just that's the band.
Yeah. It's whatever happened to come out while you guys were collaborating.
And it'll expand.
Yeah.
And I just think a lot of people, like, we get tagged with, because we used to have a pedal steel in the band, and tonight we'll have a pedal steel at our release show.
Yeah.
And so, like, people hear those touchstones and they just think like Americana or alt country or whatever. And so we've been getting a lot of that in our write-ups, but we are going in a totally different direction. And it's just,
And so with this album coming out, like, what's sort of the thing you're most proud of with it?
Tommy?
That's a really good question. I don't think we've been asked that.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's got to be a source of pride releasing a new album, so...
There definitely is. I think the source of pride is that not only is it like us, but the sound quality is quite good with what we had to work with as far as budget and time constraints. Another source of pride is that it's out.
The completion is really a big one. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so now we can start working on the next record.
Yeah, certainly. And so you said roll tape. Now, did you guys actually do a real tape?
We actually did.
Do it on tape?
Yeah, that wasn't,
wow.
2-inch analog.
That's some guts.
We took live to tape.
Yeah.
Took a few takes, but we found the right one.
So you did the full band recording all at once?
Correct. Yeah.
That's really impressive and rare these days.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they separated us with some baffles, and Ryan stood in a room to get a good vocal take. Mm-hmm. But really, to capture the moment that we've been playing live for up to then, we took it all at once and just did take after take as a band.
Yeah. So as far as distribution on the album, where can your fans go to find it?
People can find it pretty much anywhere. It's going to be on iTunes, Amazon, all the usual suspects, as well as actually in town if people want to go the old-fashioned way, walk down to a record store. It's at Music Millennium, and where we did an in-store recently. They're great there. And then Jackpot Records and Everyday Music, so they can get it at basically anywhere in town or in their pajamas at home.
Support your local record store.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely support your local record store, especially Music Millennium. This guy's been around forever, man. Oh, gosh. And Everyday Music, actually. I've bought more CDs there than I can even count.
Right.
So, all right, Charlie here signing out. Thanks again for visiting. We're here with Melville. You guys can check out all of their music and information on melvilletheband.com, so be sure to check that out. Their music's available on every single distribution channel you can imagine, as well as at local stores here in Portland, such as Everyday Music and Music Millennium and Jackpot Records. So be sure to check it out, and thanks again, guys.